I'm really thrilled to have been asked back to come and direct this Marx Brothers musical. People say based on the film Cocoanuts, but of course it was actually on stage first, and then made into a film, which was the Marx Brothers' first film, actually. And it's pretty thrilling to think about the notion of the Marx Brothers back at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, back with the same gentleman playing the Marx Brothers, at least the Chico, Harpo, Groucho lines that appeared in Animal Crackers here a couple of years ago. All of those things are thrilling, and then equally thrilling is here's this musical component by Irving Berlin. And our musical director, Greg Coffin, who's a close friend and colleague who I've worked with a lot, who's coming to work on this as well, said to me when we were talking about it, he said, you know, it's so astonishing. It's like looking at Irving Berlin's baby pictures, like where he's going to head. And I think we took our cue when approaching the design of the Cocoanuts and approaching how hilarious it is and how exciting it's going to be to put it together from Berlin in a way, by saying how can we bring a component to the musical of this that is a step of evolution forward from what Animal Crackers' musical component was, and kind of matches the energy, the anarchy, the fun of what the Marx Brothers bring in a farcical way to the story. And so we have lots of tricks up our sleeve. Audience, beware where you sit. That's what I'm going to say for now. We're joking about if you go to SeaWorld, you're going to get wet. So all of that together inside of a much more focused narrative in the Cocoanuts. A love story that tracks from the beginning of the piece to the end. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Mark Bedard, who played Groucho in the Animal Crackers and is a genius, not only on stage, but clearly now as an adapter, adapted this script for Oregon Shakespeare Festival. So Greg and myself and he and our designers have been in constant conversations about how we're continuing to have the script evolve, and he is just hilarious as an actor and a person, and he's a brilliant writer. So we've streamlined some stuff, and we're working together to present essentially a new adaptation of the Cocoanuts. The other thing about it is our audiences here are going to hear orchestrations of songs that they've never heard before out of Berlin. There's, of course, the song Always, which we've heard, and there's songs they may have picked up over the years from some recording or something. But as a cohesive collection of songs, they're going to be freshly orchestrated in a way that audiences never heard before. And that's kind of thrilling to think about a form in the Marx Brothers that is everything we should expect in terms of anarchy, hilarity, physical comedy, wordplay, all those things that are recognizable, with something entirely new in the musical component. We think at this point, and we're still early in design phases, we have a 5-piece orchestra. They'll be clearly visible from the audience. It's possible that we could go to a 6-piece orchestra. There'll definitely be a beautiful grand piano and a stand-up bass, and we're still kind of playing with the rest of the terrain right now. Probably lots of strings, and we think that we are reinventing the specialty act that is clearly in the Marx Brothers films and in the plays tied to Chico playing the piano and Harpo playing the harp, and we're interested in sort of re-examining what kind of specialty acts might be unexpected and fresh in Cocoanuts. So I think we can look forward to that. It's not a huge scale musical. It was actually, it's been readapted. I mean, we were working on readapting it to be a small cast musical. But there were like 24 chorus members in the original production, and in the revival in '83 that Arena staged, there was several chorus members, and our invention is to reduce that down to a triumvirate, a kind of Greek chorus threesome that kind of help propel the love story and help propel the narrative and help us kind of watch the location shift in and outside of this lobby of this kind of beaten down bum Florida hotel in the 20s. So
Great.
I think people should come because they're going to have the chance to see some usual suspects. Mark Bedard, John Tufts, Brent Hinckley, Kate Vogt, who are precast at this point in reprising the roles that they did in Animal Crackers. And also because it's always a good time to laugh. And if I know anything, I know that those guys are funny. The script is funny. A lot of the music is funny. And I don't want to do it unless it's going to be funny. And sometimes there's not much more to say than just that.